There are four service components that comprise the FAI system. Component A is the defining of target populations for retention. While most clients can identify on an individual basis who they need to retain, identifying at a systemic level all retention targets within an organization is a more complex analysis. FAI's system can identify for the client their target retention populations at scale. Once the target population has been identified, Component B is about distilling that population into retention cohorts. Cohorts are groups of employees that share the same retention profile, such that the same retention operations will be effective for that entire cohort. A few corporations are already able to identify their retention cohorts, but most are unable to do so. FAI's system can identify for the client their retention cohorts at scale. Component C represents FAI's core offering. In order to increase the probability of the client's retention target staying, FAI's system delivers intelligence on what to offer and when to offer it. Once FAI's system has helped the client identify what to offer and when to offer it, clients have to be able to act on that intelligence and deploy the incentives accordingly. With Component D, FAI's system can manage the deployment logistics of incentive packages, including the tracking of the associated metrics and the reporting of the key performance indicators. The underlying methodology behind FAI's retention technology can be summarized as the ability to convert a general population of employees into a bespoke group of individuals, including intelligence on the specific gifts that are likely to influence these individuals to stay. The science behind the FAI methodology can be found in the sociology of relationships and how that sociology influences and is influenced by the psychology of why people work. FAI's methodology starts with the maxim that if you only look at the employee, you will see only a small part of your retention target. In order to develop an effective retention operation, you must look at the whole person and develop a strategy that retains the person. After all, if you retain the person, then you retain the employee, but the reverse is not always true. For this reason, understanding how FAI's retention system works begins with the employee and their care circle. The care circle is the collection of people that makes up the core of what that employee holds of value intrinsically. For most, it's their immediate family, but for many, it extends beyond just their immediate family. In order to target the person and not just the employee, FAI's system includes the care circle into the definition of the employee. There are two elements that help FAI redefine an employee as a person. The first, as we have illustrated, is their care circle. The second is what we call the life stage mosaic. The life stage mosaic is a profile of the important life events that most people experience either directly or indirectly and the age range in which they tend to occur. By juxtaposing an employee and their care circle against the life stage mosaic, FAI's system can predict with accuracy what types of goods and services will appeal to any particular employee. These goods and services then form the foundation of FAI's what to offer capabilities. So, for example, FAI's system looks at an employee and their care circle and recognizes that there is likely to be a high probability that someone in the care circle is getting married. The system then cross-references the main things people getting married spend money on. In this instance, and based on the age ranges within the employee's care circle, the marriage venue trends as the top item. FAI's system will then configure an offer to the employee that presents marriage venue privileges. The configuration of the offer will be based on parameters set by the client's HR organization. For example, one parameter is the total cost of the offer to the company, and another is how it is redeemed. It can be redeemed via reimbursement or paid for directly by the company on behalf of the employee. These are just two examples of the basic parameters. However, There are other configuration parameters to be applied, depending on whether the client has engaged FAI's deployment logistics services.